First tonight, West Michigan continues to recover after powerful storms hit the state last night.
Strong winds left many trees uprooted, downed power lines, plus many homes and buildings were damaged. We now know there was an EF0 tornado in Caledonia. According to the Consumers Energy outage map, there are more than 130,000 people still without power. Those outages run from the state border to above Grand Rapids. News 8's Brittany Flowers is in Fruitport this evening. And Brittany, that area saw some heavy damage. What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, we are outside Beach Elementary School off of Heights Ravenna Road in Fruitport Township, and you can see immediately behind me what's left behind here. Now, crews have already made a lot of progress, but two very large trees uprooted, actually probably more than two, because we saw a forklift out here earlier this afternoon clearing out some of these trees. They've been doing a good job to try to get this cleaned up quickly, but the main damage is actually the roof of the building, which was ripped off by those high winds. I do still see some crews up there working on that right now. That, we're told is going to take 7 to 8 weeks to repair. The roof was destroyed, which brought water streaming into the gym, which is used as a cafeteria. That floor is going to have to be ripped up and replaced. So there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done. Now, this building will be closed for the remainder of the week. Spring break was set to start Thursday, so school will not be in session here for a few days, but they're going to use that time as well as next week, which is spring break, to kind of get things ready to go, and this should be ready after spring break for students to return. Now, the rest of the district's buildings were still open. Trees, we know, can cause a lot of damage, tragic damage, which is what we're seeing in southeastern Kalamazoo County. 3 young children, ages 2, 4, and 11, were killed when a tree fell on the van they were riding in around 5:40 yesterday afternoon on East South Avenue in southeastern Kalamazoo County. News 8's Susan Samples reports the sheriff says there's nothing the family could have done differently to prevent what happened.
The family was in a passenger van, 6 people in all, traveling on East S Avenue here in Climax Township on their way to visit relatives when the tree that once stood here suddenly toppled over onto their van, killing 3 children.
The lightning and wind came down fast.
The family was trying to make it to shelter another mile, and they would have reached safety, the home of the relatives they were visiting. Kalamazoo County Sheriff said the tree, which stood apart from any others in front of an open field, struck the family's van behind the driver's seat, landing across the back seat and the children.
The tree, being as large as it was, went deep into the vehicle.
In the van, a family from Branch County, including a mom and dad whose 2 children, a 2-year-old girl and 4-year-old boy, died in the accident. Also killed was a cousin, an 11-year-old girl.
I want to be very clear, this family had no warning.
There was no warning either, said Sheriff Fuller, that the tree was unstable.
I'm sure there's nothing that would go back to the property owner.
No liability for this devastating and freak accident.
Roadsides are filled with very large trees in Kalamazoo County. We've seen similar tragedies like this in the past. And like I said before, no one's able to predict these things.
The father of 2 of the children who died is currently in the hospital in stable condition, according to the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Department. The mother of those 2 children, as well as another child, were reported in stable condition yesterday. There is a GoFundMe set up for this family. You'll find it inside this story at woodtv.com. In Climax Township, I'm Susan Samples, News 8.
Now, between the weekend ice storms to the north and last night's thunderstorms to the south, electric crews have been left scrambling. Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker spent the day in Newaygo County, where parts of which people are still in the dark.
Whatever it was that hit here near Grant appeared to leave its mark here in this cornfield, flattening some of these stalks. But you're probably more curious about the transmission tower behind me. The storm flattened that too, twisting it and pushing it across the street, knocking out power to hundreds near Grant. It's among the many colorful splashes on the Consumers Energy power outage map.
All of a sudden, it started to come in within seconds after the warning, and it was like a freight train coming through the house, and all of a sudden it was done.
By the time that train had left the station, it had knocked down a few oak trees and some wires, leaving him without power, maybe into tomorrow.
I wish it'd come on today.
Yeah?
Very, very soon, if possible.
I mean, you got a generator back there, right?
Right. but it gets costly for the generator too.
The Newaygo County Emergency Services Director expected obvious tornado damage, torn up trees, ripped off roofs, especially after radar showed an apparent debris field moving across her county.
I was expecting much worse. I was expecting kind of a clear indicator. There was none with this storm.
But it was worse elsewhere. Between this storm and the ice storm, more than 250,000 Consumers Energy customers were without power. Consumers said it was prepared, that it has 800 crews working to restore power, many from out of state.
All the resources that we shifted north for our initial response with the ice storm were backfilled by resources that came in from Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio. So we knew it was coming. We forecasted this weather and we made adjustments ahead of time to have those resources here in the state to help with response.
For those still in the dark, Consumers Energy suggests checking its power outage map to get an estimate on when that might be restored. Near Grant, I'm Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker.
The sun is shining. There's blue skies. It's hard to believe 24 hours ago what a different scene it was here. Now, the damage here in Fruitport Township was not widespread. It seems to be pretty isolated. We saw a trailer that blew away. And then, of course, here, the school will need to be repaired. The superintendent says he'll keep families informed as we move forward. I'll send it back to you in studio.
Yeah, Brittany, it's going to take a minute to get the cleanup, but that's underway. But just a difficult day yesterday with some of the tragedy out there.
That's for sure.
Let's check in now with meteorologist Scott Larson. What are we learning about last night's tornado, Scott?
Well, yeah, many instances of powerful straight line winds out there, Brian and Sue, but we did have one confirmed tornado so far. This was stretching from south of Cutlerville to near Dutton. That was on the ground for about 5 minutes. That storm had a path length of just over 4 miles with a width of 150 yards. Thankfully, there were no injuries or deaths in relation to that tornado touchdown, which occurred again south of Cutlerville, approaching Caledonia and Dutton, but still a situation with some winds up to about 80 miles per hour. It has been a calmer day outside today. We're watching high pressure continue to build in from the west. That's going to help to clear out the skies as we go through tonight. Temperatures will be falling into the 20s for the start of April tomorrow morning, recovering into the mid-40s for tomorrow afternoon. And Wednesday appears to be warmer, but it looks to be a pretty wild ride through the day on Wednesday with the opportunity at a wintry mix in the morning. And then we'll be shifting gears with the possibility of severe weather once again during the later stages of the day on Wednesday. Pretty similar threats to what we experienced yesterday. It looks like damaging winds once again will take center stage. We'll talk about that in the 8-day forecast in a few moments. Brian and Sue.